Yeah, so I'm just playing Alien Trilogy for the PlayStation 1. It's one of those games that I'm used to playing it so much. I could be doing this and playing it in the background. It isn't very time consuming or it doesn't take my attention away if anyone does start talking to me. So yeah, if there's anyone out there that wants to chat, give me a bell, okay? Cool beans. Die, face hugger. Bear with me 1 second. Hey, Christopher. What are you up to this evening, dude? Very bad connection. Shit. Get off me. Facehuggers. Yeah, I got this game for my 13th birthday. I was my last year of primary school and my brother got it for me because he knew I was obsessed with aliens. So, yeah. Italian horror, sports bar, and flowers. You drinks with a bunch of friends. Wish you could join us. That'd be cool, man. I'd love if I tell you what. If I ever do make it across to the States, I'll try and track yourself and Tara and a bunch of the other guys from the Twitter down, because you're actually probably the soundest bunch of people I've ever met, and like you're very like my own friends. You're very kind of easygoing, and you're big nerds like me. But yeah, no, I'd love to do that at some stage. But enjoy your evening, dude, when you do go out. And come here, let me know if you're doing any more reviews, and I will pimp them on my Twitter. Okay, so back to hunting Xenos, and if there's any other things you want to talk about, just drop me a line here, okay? Cool beans, right. See you later, Chris. Acid. Got me a shotgun. Little corporal hicks on their ass. Where's he gone hiding? The weird thing is, if yeah, he's coming back. If you don't hunt down the aliens, they'll actually come back after you, which is pretty impressive for a very primitive kind of game. Any more gear there? There usually is an asshole xenomorph here. He's hiding. Hunting down. And I'm gonna shoot him. Come out, wherever you are. Ah, he's over there. Come on. There you go. Fucking dickhead, man. See, I don't want to blow up the barrels, because that'll just let him have easy access to me. Easy pickings, as the man would say. But, yeah. If there's any guys out there that just want to chat or shoot the shit about anything, yeah, let me know, okay? So, boom, 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 boom. Oh, it's on my face. Fuck. Yeah, this it's one of the few games that if you get face hugged, it isn't an insta kill. Alien Resurrection that came out in I think 2000 was the first to introduce the insta kill with the face hugger. Although you could get an auto dock to take it off, but in the Alien vs Predator games, if you got face hugged, it was an insta kill. But I remember when I got this, I thought this was like fucking amazing. But now when you go back and look at it, it's really rudimentary, but it's still a game that I thoroughly enjoy. If you're an Aliens fan, it's a must. That's the other side. Got myself the automatic. Fucking face over there. There is news. Die. I'm gonna power through all these, and I'm gonna do it in 3 live streams. I'm gonna do the first part of this game, 3 live streams, to see how long I last. If more people come on, I'll actually try and do the whole game tonight, because it is possible. It's incredibly hard, but if you know how to and what tricks and kind of little areas and nooks and crannies there are, you can easily survive it. There. Gotcha. Die. Okay, that's the first level done. Also, I'm on a mid difficulty, so if you walk over the xenomorph corpses, you end up losing health because of acid blood. So, yay! No memory card in. You must locate the main junction room and activate all 3 control panels. This will allow you further penetration into the colony. Pick up any seismic survey charges, as they are essential for removal of temporary walls. Okay, let's get this shit going. Bye. Die! The minute the door opens, and it's like fucking Xenomorph Central. Right. Okay, let's do this. On a clean and by the numbers. Fuck. Smoke pipes. I'm standing on a fucking corpse. That's why I'm losing health. Come on! Fucking steam pipes. Yes. Done. Done. Right. Okay, go around here. Oh, fuck me. Die, 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 die. Move that wall with the charge. And yeah. Go around here. And here. Flamethrower. And I used up all the flamethrower fuel. You're dead now. You die now. You go to sleep now. Okay. Fuck, 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 fuck. Face huggers. Destroy these. Oh, fuck. Under attack. Blood. Blood. Fuck. Never tell where these fuckers come out of. There's a hole there, so that's where they come out of. Gotcha. Oh, you fucking dick! Don't stand too close to the barrel or you blow yourself up. Die! Okay, so that should have access to junction room. Go back down here, tap up my health. I just love putting this game into the CD player. That was the thing with PS1 games, you could put them into the CD player and listen to the soundtrack. So, and the Alien Trilogy had an awesome soundtrack to it. Very creepy. They're having a Halloween party, maybe mix it in to whatever. Oh. The fuck? I might have missed one junction box. Hi, junction. Oh, shotgun shells, yes. You know when you're a kid and you're playing like a really kind of primitive game. The likes of Alien Trilogy obviously is a Doom clone, but in even stuff like Doom, there'd be locations and places you'd go and you'd make up stuff, you'd fill in gaps in your head to kind of pan out what you thought was going on in the level, or you thought what happened. And with this, I always thought, like, if other Marines or people came through, I didn't like taking, if I had a shotgun, I didn't like taking a spare shotgun. Although it'd top up your ammo, it's just like, okay, what if someone else came through here and needed that shotgun? Pure silly shit, but like, you know, it's what you think when you're a kid. But, shabba-ba-ba-ba. Die, you fucking acid spring freak. Oh. I get all the junk, yeah. Oh no, I fucking didn't. That's why that door isn't open. Nice one, Martin. Weyland-Yutani, building better worlds. Fuck you, face fucker. Come get me. Shit, they took a nice bit off my health. I feel like I've forgotten something. Back in and check again. I got that. I got that. Activated the switch. Yeah, no, I have everything. Yeah, time to get the fuck out of Dodge. This fucking barrel. Fuck you. Die. Second level completed. Only hover for 60 seconds. I never knew about these levels. These kind of like, there's like a minute long levels where you can top up your ammo supply, but you have to explode and destroy these walls. So it's weighed up between like, well, do I use the ammo I have to destroy these walls and the possibility I may get better weapons. So interesting kind of predicament. All my charges. I got a couple of canisters of flamethrower fuel. And I got... Yeah, no bitch. Suck if you actually blew up. Open the fucking door. Okay, that's the bonus level done. I used to love this game as a kid. Recapture of the colony is progressing well. However, as we feared, the security people have been infected and must be eliminated. Power up all lights, destroy anything that lives, and pull out so that we may remove the carcasses and secure this area for rehabilitation. They're definitely taking fucking liberties with aliens here, so yeah. Yeah, so you got these kind of janitor security force guys that are shooting at me with ooh, a twofer. I got him with buckshot. Die! Is someone else on there watching me? Secret area. Fuck, I have no charges. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Kill that bastard. Dun, dun. Fucking xenomorph piece of shit. Fucking surprised the pelton distance of the shotgun doesn't activate the barrels. Gotcha. Let there be light. Snaky fucker. Dead snaky fucker. Tactic head. Fucker lodged himself in the door. Yes. Dead. Okay. Fuck me. Forgot how much. That's one thing I didn't like about this game. The aliens never attacked the human enemies. Obviously they couldn't program that in, but still kind of annoying. They could do it in Doom, and Doom came out before this. Although, if I'm not mistaken, that was a sheer accident though. The enemies in Doom attacked each other. If to activate it, I'm gonna break my fucking ankle and lose a bunch of health. Light. Fucking quick bastards. Burn, baby, burn. And shotgun shells. What the fuck? You prick. Fucking douchebag. Shh. Dun, dun. pellets, no charges. Anything else down here? Nope. Anyone out there? Anyone want to chat? Anything? Horror, movies, comics, books, novels, any of that kind of stuff. Not a fan of politics. I don't like to give my opinions on politics because it usually leads to an argument. So, incoming data transfer. Mission brief. Once again, you're in an area of the colony that has been totally infected. Retire all enemy life forms so that the Marines may enter and secure the area and remove any suspect biological samples for destruction. Collect all the IT tags so that we can confirm that no samples have been removed without our knowledge. Okay, let's get this on the road. I'm actually going to let you guys kind of have a look at what I'm playing here at the moment. So, if you wanted, you can maybe see how fucking primordial this game is. I'll actually move it to over here. Yeah. Come on. There you go. Now. Yeah, that way you can see how fucking primitive the game I'm playing is. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Torch, you bastard. Yeah, so before the likes of Alien Isolation and AVP, this was the first kind of major Alien vs Predator first person shooter we had. Die! Fucking corporate chill. Need batteries, okay. At least turn on the lights. Nah. Oh, dick bag. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna need shotgun shells. Shotgun shells. More shotgun shells. Right. And you can stay in there, you dickhead. Okay. Fucking chestburster looks like King Cobra. Okay. Which one has the batteries? There's two fucking dickheads up there I could take care of. Fucking waste of ammo. Okay. Suck it. Suck it hard and suck it long. There we go. I forget to kill something. Fuck it, it's grand. I have a chance to get a load of ammo, but it requires me to go and deal with a bunch of other fuckers I do not have the ability to take on with my current supplies. So, I'm gonna do it. And that's Alien Trilogy. It's a level of it. Very, very primitive and basic first person shooter. Also known at the time as a Doom clone. So yeah. Aye. Mission brief. For the mass infection, some of the colonists sought to smuggle samples out for their own personal gain, allegedly on behalf of the company. The garage area was the central meeting point for the crates entering and leaving the colony. It is imperative that you destroy all crates and their contents and ensure that this legal trade does not resume. Yeah, this was a really odd fucking level. How much in the flamethrower? I have nothing in the flamethrower. I need flamethrower fuel to activate that. Oh, I'm fucked. I am completely and utterly fucked. Unless I can get these guys into a single file position. No, I can't. Fuck. Okay. Fuck me. Fucking sideways. What a waste. Evening, dude. What are you up to? Fucking Alien Trilogy. Any crack? Are you playing anything? Are you watching anything? Just playing Escape from Tarkov on the PC. Oh, is that kind of like Stalker, or is it an FPS, or is it a kind of third person? It's Nails. Never heard of that one. Okay. You die, you lose everything. So it's like fucking Stalker. Yeah, fucking Stalker was a pain in the balls. Aye. Here's the primitive beast that I'm playing at the moment. Fucking a relic from my childhood. And I still adore it. Aye. Are you gonna go see Tomb Raider when it comes out? Fucking yeah, the memories, man. This game, it's really simplistic, but it can be bastard hard as well sometimes. But are you gonna go check out Tomb Raider this weekend, or do you think it's gonna be shit? Weasley little fuck. Oh, you'll be working. Fuck. So, are you going to see it in the cinema at all? Or are you just going to wait to stream it? Or watch it when it comes out on Blu-ray or DVD or Netflix or whatever? Or is there any other movie, probably streamers, is there any other movie coming out fairly soon that you're looking forward to? Like, my main summer ones would definitely be Infinity War, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and The Predator, although I don't know what the fuck is going to be doing. Lost the stream for a sec. Feck, I wonder is my connection bad. Yeah, no, I think Jurassic World is my movie of the summer. I'll be going to see Deadpool and everything, but like, definitely that's going to be the one to check out. For me, anyway. Because I'm a hardcore fucking Jurassic Park fan. I noticed, probably, yeah, I'm really worried about that movie. Yeah, the first Deadpool I enjoyed. I'm just wondering, has Ryan Reynolds kind of become a prima donna, that he kind of had a big fucking falling out with the director and seems to have seized control of the production, which makes me kind of worrisome about it, you know. The Han Solo movie, I'm not even gonna give it even a fucking time of day. I'll go see it, but I'm not gonna hold out much hope. Actually, have you watched Altered Carbon yet? I think I asked you this the last live stream, but I highly recommend it. Yeah, but like, it just seems that let's be honest, if a film wants to be made now, it either has to be a remake, a reboot, a sequel, or a reimagining of a known property. I do think that Netflix done a wicked job putting Altered Carbon up online. It's definitely something that hasn't been done before. It is, as you said, it's very cyberpunk, and it reminds me of kind of Paul Verhoeven movies of the 80s, like the likes of fucking Total Recall and RoboCop. It was very reminiscent of that. Very liberal with the violence and the whole kind of satire on where we're going with technology. Like, at the same time, you can't Max Headroom. I have a question, actually. You know when that broadcast, the broadcast that kind of this broadcast, it interrupted fucking an actual TV station in Canada, and some guys managed to hijack the fucking broadcast on live television. Were those guys ever? Yeah, it was during Doctor Who. Were those guys ever caught, or did anyone ever own up? Because I'd be interested to see if someone actually fucking owned up and went like, "Hey, it was me." Because like, could you press charges now? Because if someone hasn't been prosecuted for something over 30 years, does it make it null and void? Like, that's the thing that interests me, is if someone came forward in the morning and say I came forward in the morning, hey, British Tyrannosaur man, cheers for calling in. If someone came forward in the morning, would they be able to be prosecuted? Like, if someone said I was the guy, Max Headroom guy, who hijacked the station and hijacked a fucking episode of Doctor Who, would I be prosecuted, or would the cops be like, whatever the fuck, work away? Like, That's the thing. I'm wondering, like, is there someone out there who's just like fucking itching to say, yeah, I was the guy who was dressed as Max Headroom? You reckon so? Yeah, like, it wasn't anything detrimental though. Like, it wasn't like they fucking held anyone hostage or robbed anything or like someone showed their arse all right on live television, but I don't think that would be like fucking Crown Court prosecution kind of stuff. But yeah, no, I think it's interesting that they still haven't been caught. You know who's awesome if you get a chance to check out um and read up on DB Cooper. That was a guy who was never caught. He robbed a plane, I think, in the late 60s, early 70s, and he essentially kind of made off with a shitload of money. I think it was $1 million, and he jumped from the back of a passenger plane. He handed the stewardess a note, and it read, "I have a bomb. Land the plane, let the passengers off." Yeah, I think it was Mexico. I think he fucking I think it was Mexico. He as they were just going over, he wanted to go. He wanted to go. I think he ordered the plane to go to South America, but when they were flying over Mexico, he jumped out. Probably for extradition reasons. He left there because like once he was past the border, he was in Mexico, so he couldn't be prosecuted, and he could have used some of his like ill-gotten gains to bribe the authorities there. But yeah, no. By and large, I do like the whole like unsolved kind of mysteries. That used to be on BBC, I think. But is you guys that are watching, is there any kind of like unsolved mysteries that kind of like always grabbed you when you were younger, um, when you were watching TV, like the show with Robert Stack? Was it Robert Stack? I think it was Robert Stack that used to present unsolved mysteries. DB Cooper. Um, what else? The Doddeloff Pass. The Doddeloff Pass. I think it was um, six hikers. They went over the Doddeloff Pass, and their tent was found burned, and they were out in the snow nearly naked. Yeah, that was fucking crazy as well because like you're kind of I don't know. Sorry, I just gotta adjust myself. You're kind of like wondering what the fuck went on there. Like a lot of people were saying, uh, uh, yeah, why we didn't get Jurassic Park for 14 years, that was a big mystery. Um, I think that the dinosaur hype had died down, and like I think the 90s. I'm going off totally off topic. I'm sorry again, Rob. I'm going off topic, but uh, the 90s for me had two kind of major progressions. There was the whole, there was the whole, well, kind of going on to this. There was, and it goes into the Unsolved Mysteries. The early part of the 90s was all about dinosaurs. You had Jurassic Park, you had The Lost World, you had like a bunch of kind of copying movies like Carnosaur and stuff. And then the X-Files came. The X-Files fucking came and ruled the roost. The end of the 90s was like all fucking UFO abduction movies and X-Files kind of clones. You had what was it? Dark Matter, and you had a bunch of other kind of X-Files contenders. So I think pop culture does go through kind of stages. Dinosaurs were popular in the early 90s. Aliens and kind of sci-fi kind of mystery kind of stuff was popular in the late 90s. And what really took off in the noughties? I think disaster movies. Dark Skies and Millennium, yes. Other there was what was that other show with Ali Sheedy? She was in it as well. She was fucking pretty awesome. Profiler, yes, that was kind of the poor man's. That was the poor man's version of Millennium. Profiler was pretty good. But no, I have a question for both of you guys. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Do you think a majority of the dinosaurs are going to be killed off, or will a nice few be rescued from the island near the end of the movie? Obviously, if you've watched the trailers and stuff, you'll see that some of them do make it off the island. But do you think this movie is going to cause a major extinction event? And from what I've read up, uh, no, you're dead right. Dead right, British Tyrannosaur. It is fairly relevant. I don't know if I like the newer series, but the old ones were pretty good, and they were a beast of their time. But there was other stuff like things like the internet, and they played into fears of technology as well, which is relevant today. But I think the newer episodes, they've lost that kind of luster. The only one I really liked was the one with your man from Flight of the Conchords, where he's a monster who's bitten by a human cannibal, and he turns into a human. But yeah, no, I'm not saying that the X-Files and Aliens and stuff is irrelevant. I'm just saying that in the 90s there was kind of peaks and stuff. So you think Doctor Who actually has another bunch of dinosaurs already cloned off the island? That's actually something to think about. Although you do see dinosaurs in cargo holds of ships, but it would be interesting. It would be interesting to see what the fuck Wu has gotten up to between Fallen Kingdom and Fallen Kingdom and or between Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom. So you don't know what kind of nefarious kind of things is being gotten up to, and like obviously InGen ushered him off the island, and when he was like, "Where's Hoskins?" and the InGen Merc is like, "You'll be taken care of." So does that mean he was going to be taken care of financially, or was he going to be taken care of as in you'll get all the resources you need to do stuff off the island? No, I don't. He's a villain, but this is going to sound strange. He's a villain, but I don't think he's evil. The most interesting type of villains are villains that don't see themselves as evil. I think he's like the likes of Oppenheimer, like scientists at the dawn of the nuclear age. They could only see the potential. They couldn't see the kind of destructive capacity of what they were doing. And I think Henry Wu is the same. BD1 even kind of hinted it in an interview that he doesn't see the character as evil as well. Yeah, exactly. British transfer. He's drunk on power. He has a god complex. I mean, as Ian Malcolm said in the first Jurassic Park, they were so busy thinking about what they could do, they didn't think about should they do it, and that's exactly it. He didn't. It wasn't a case of should I do this. It's I can do this. I will do this, and I'm going to do this because it's a boundary that I want to cross. It's not like, well, there's going to be fucking ramifications for this. Exactly. He's found his dad's gun. Like if you want to look at it from a kind of another relation to a pop culture icon, if you go to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein or even the Universal movies, like is Victor Frankenstein a villain? You can't say he's a villain. I don't see characters like that as a villain or evil. You can see them as a villain, but I don't think you can see them as evil. Like villainy is doing something wrong, but I don't think it necessarily means you realize what you're doing is wrong. I think like if if Wu was fully evil, he would have like been fucking feeding people to dinosaurs, or he would have been like just messing around like. Maybe we will get human hybrid dinosaurs, but I don't think I think so long as he doesn't see that he's crossing a particular boundary, um, he's not evil as such. I do kind of get the whole the whole fucking the whole kind of god complex thing, because the bit where Masrani goes in to talk to Wu after the initial Indominus attack. Yeah, no, that's it. Well, mm, I bad decisions. I I agree with you to a point. I agree with you to a point. I always kind of Nedry, Dennis Nedry, I always thought was a villain because he knew that if he shut down the systems in the park, there would be a chance of loss of life, and there would animals would escape. It wasn't like, oh, I didn't realize they'd be shut down. Like, oh, granted, Muldoon says, oh, even Nedry knew not to turn off the raptor fences. He turned off the other fucking fences. He did. He turned off the Rex paddock fence, and he fucked around with a bunch of other stuff, and he essentially, yeah, no, yeah, I genuinely just think that Nedry was definitely a bit more sinister. He was like, fuck whatever happens to anyone else, I want my payday. Ludlow, I think Ludlow was arrogant. I think Ludlow was arrogant. I would never say that Ludlow was outrightly evil. Just arrogant and very fucking stupid. He was like, I'm in charge of InGen now. This is my property. This is my grandfather's. This is my uncle's legacy. Now it's my legacy. I never saw him as evil. The thing with Henry Wu that did make me take pause though was when Masrani went into the lab, and Masrani went into the lab and he's like listing off all the shit the Indominus did during the attack, and he's like, oh, it hid from infrared, and Henry's like, oh, it hid from, and it wasn't so much as a kind of horrified kind of shock. It was more like, oh, look what my little baby did. It was able to hide from infrared. It was almost a like, oh, slight under admiration for his creature's capacity, and I thought that was incredibly clever. It was just like he wasn't outrightly kind of a fucking mustache twirling villain. He was more a dude who was just. It was just more a dude who was like, I'm playing God and I'm going to see how far I can fucking take this. But as I said before, you could class him as a villain, but I wouldn't class him as evil. Dennis Nedry, I wouldn't call him outright evil, but he's definitely malicious. He's definitely a very malicious individual. But yeah, no. What else? What else am I looking forward to? Is anyone else worried that the new predators, the new carnivores in if you haven't watched the trailers, let me know. Muldoon, yeah, no, I actually see Muldoon's death as kind of a sacrificial one. Like, Ellie only had to contend with one raptor. Muldoon kind of like, he played the game and he lost. But he at least bought Ellie Statler kind of time and at least some bit of leeway that she was only being hunted by one raptor and not three raptors. Because keep in mind, she just wanted to fuck off to the generator herself. But Muldoon was like, you can't just stroll down the road, you know? So he went with her. So Muldoon, that was, I would put, Muldoon was an awesome character. Bob Peck was an incredible actor. And if you ever get a chance, check out, I think it's the BBC series, fuck it, they remade it into a movie with Mel Gibson, Something Darkness, where he plays a government operative whose daughter's murdered. Um, Fuck it. No, if you get it, if I think of it, I'll say it again. But yeah, no, Bob Peck, the kind of the thing I liked with Muldoon taking on the Raptor was it reminded me a lot of when Mac and Dylan went back to kind of buy the lad's time to go to try and take on the Predator. I don't know. That's just maybe I'm making a bad comparison. Just like the bit where Mac is kind of like yeah, it was very he was a very kind of honourable character, and that's why I see your point. Like, would you say that the fact that he worked, would you say the fact that he worked in Jurassic Park and he was part of the whole thing, he was complicit? So the likes of Nedry, the likes of Muldoon and Ray Arnold, would you say because they were involved in this kind of this affront to nature, would you say that that's kind of their sin, that would have been one of the reasons he would have been killed by the raptor, or he deserved to be killed by the raptor? I'd be interested in that. But as I said before, I think Muldoon trying to duel with the raptor. Yeah, he was employed as a game warden. He was the game warden of Jurassic Park, and he actually survived a lot of the first drafts of the movie. In the novel, he survives. In the novel, he's fleshed out a lot more. He's a border fucking line alcoholic in the novel. And I remember one bit where they're being chased by raptors, and like Ellie's on the phone to him, and she's like, "Where are you?" "I'm lodged in a fucking pipe." And it's just he had twisted his ankle, and he had blown up a couple of raptors with a rocket launcher, and he was like pissed fucking drunk. But he was great in the novel. But Bob Peck kind of done the Great White Hunter thing, which you can make a lot of parallels between him and Roland Tembo. Tembo was a very kind of Captain Ahab character. He was essentially fucking, I want to Rex, hell or high water, and he was a cool character. Pete Postlethwaite made that character. He's one of my favourite Jurassic Park characters. Muldoon, um, Muldoon. Okay, Tembo, Muldoon, Ian Malcolm. You're gonna find this strange, but Mr. Udetsky. I actually like Mr. Udetsky from Jurassic Park 3. I like Michael Jedder in whatever you put him in. He was cool. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. That like Muldoon had this offset hatred of the Raptors while Owen respected them. But I think the catalyst for that would have been that, okay, there's two catalysts for the respect and hatred thing. One, Muldoon not found, he saw one of his colleagues being killed by the Raptors in a very vicious kind of manner, while Owen had kind of raised the Raptors from infancy. Also, I'd say, as Muldoon had said, the big one, she killed a majority of the pride. So he's like, these animals are fucking cannibals. They kill their own. What fucking respect have I for them? It's like someone saying to respect a rat. It eats its own young. But I can see what you're saying. That Muldoon had this ire and this hatred, and he had a very Captain Ahab kind of approach to him as well. Yeah, I love that line. When she looks at you, you can tell she's working things out. Um, yeah, Bob Peck was phenomenal in that movie. Um, what else? Uh, oh, yeah, so anyway, this is a question And if you haven't seen any of the first trailers of Jurassic World, just let me know now actually, because I have a question for you, and the question might spoil the trailers if you haven't seen them and you want to watch them. Have you seen the trailers? The newer trailers? I'm going to take that as yes. Oh, you haven't seen the newer trailers? Okay, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave that question. And I might put it up on my Twitter or something. Okay, my question, Rob, can I run this? Do you know what? I'm going to take a Jack's break. When I come back, I'm going to run the question by you. Quick. Oh, be right back. Okay. And I'm back. Okay, so my question, and I assume Rob can't find one. Okay. My main question would probably be for British Tyrannosaurus. Are you kind of... Most of them seem fake. Oh. Rob, go on to... Actually go back to my older videos on the second tab and go to my JP trailer reaction, and I have a link to the trailer below. You can have a look. My the question I have is, they're introducing the Carnotaurus and the Baryonyx. I'm kind of worried that these kind of new predators are going to be dispatched very quickly, because in one trailer something happens to Carnotaurus very quickly, and the other one, the Baryonyx has Claire, and I forget the new character's name, cornered, but there's magma everywhere. I reckon that magma is either going to kill it, or he could be one of the dinosaurs that's been hauled away in a helicopter. But yeah, do you think that the new dinosaurs are just going to be... Oh, the link should be at the bottom of my Jurassic Park trailer review or reaction. If you went into the playlists and go into my Jurassic Park and Jurassic World videos, it should be one of the latter. It should be one of the latter videos, and there's a link in the description below. British Tyrannosaur, do you think that they're only going to have like fleeting appearances of, say, the Baryonyx or the Carnotaurus? Hell, even the fucking Allosaurus seems to get dispatched very quickly. Like, are we just going to get kind of cameos of new predators, or is that it? Like, I'd be pretty pissed if we only get like one or two appearances of new dinosaurs, because one thing I like is the old reliables turning up, but I do like to see newer dinosaurs. Like the Mosasaurus was heavily featured in Jurassic World, but I would like seeing some newer animals as well. Like, the raptors and T-Rex are cool, but just I I would like to see a kind of uh, a couple of varieties of species. I'd love to see a movie where you'd have a raptor pack to go to war with a Deinonychus pack. That'd be cool. Owen has to destroy a renegade pack of Deinonychus. But what's your thoughts on that British Tyrannosaur? Do you think that we're only going to get brief glimpses of the the newer dinosaurs in this movie, or are they going to have like intricate parts of the plot? Just that. I know the Indoraptor is going to have a big part, but like kind of those other predators. What do you reckon? Bum 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 bum. I wonder has Rob watched the trailer yet? Chin, 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 chin. Yeah. I hope I hope they don't fucking just like they're like, hey, here's the Carnotaurus and here's the Baryonyx and here's the Allosaurus, and they all die and they all drowned. But yeah. Oh, British Tyrannosaurus. This was the figure I put up on this was the figure I put up on my Twitter feed the other day. This is the 2009 Hasbro GI Joe. No, no, I wasn't talking about the. I wasn't talking about the new Predator trailer. That hasn't surfaced at all yet. They're still shooting. I think the end of this week or the early next week is the last bit of shooting, and then I'd be shocked if we didn't get a trailer, say Easter or early April. But yeah, British Tyrannosaur. This is what Hasbro could have given us for Jurassic World. This is a 2009 G.I. Joe Jurassic World prototype, and they released two sets. They released the Allosaurus with a kind of ninja dude with two samurai swords and a bow and arrow, and they released Pachyrhinoceros with a Rastafarian mercenary armed with a German machine gun. But yeah, this guy's my favorite. This Maori dude, and the level of detail is pretty awesome as well. I don't know if you can see it there, but like he's got the InGen logo on his Kevlar vest, and he came with that big fucking gun. I gave him another gun there because the only other weapon he came with was a trowel. I don't know why. Get that to Roland Tembo. I got these two guys in the mail today, Roland and Alan. So yeah, but yeah, um. The British Tyrannosaur. When you say it wasn't released, do you mean the Predator trailer, or do you mean the Jurassic Park GI Joe line? They were released, but they were kind of how the fuck do I explain it? They were kind of an exclusive to the likes of Walmart and stuff. Yeah, they were released, but they were Walmart exclusives, and they weren't really tied into any movie. Not Warner Brothers, Universal took the money. Alright, this guy was the prototype. You can't get this figure via retail, but you could get the Pachyrhinoceros, and you could get the Allosaurus with their G.I. Joe characters. And I think there was a vehicle released, and they repainted some of the Jurassic Park 3. They repainted some of the Jurassic Park 3 figures to scale up with these. But this guy was just a prototype. But if you're on eBay, you can get this fucking guy for peanuts. I got this guy for about €6, including postage and package. So he was about €4. He was €4 to get him, and he was another €2 for postage. He came from China, and he actually came very quickly. So yeah, he was pretty cool. Which the Maori mercenary from yeah, he was wicked, man. Oh, the trailer. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the action figure. But yeah, no. Yeah, I just hope there isn't a massive cull of dinosaurs. I hope there isn't a massive cull of dinosaurs in this movie. This is the movie I'm banking on, because I don't know. Rob, you might have noticed that I've gone away from Alien and Predator stuff lately. Um, it does look like a dino apocalypse, which is worrying me. But um, I've kind of had my faith in the Alien and Predator franchises rattled, so I'm falling back to my de facto love, which is all things Jurassic Park. And I don't know, would you? Yeah, it's just the quality of movies between Alien Covenant and what I'm reading about fucking. Fuck yeah, Star Wars. I British Tyrannosaur. Are you a Star Wars fan, or what do you think of movies currently coming out at the moment? What do you think of franchises? Do you think they're taking a nosedive, or do you think that they're now better than ever? What do you think? What's your view, if you have one? Yeah, I think there needs to be more original movies out there. Yeah, they are. They're taking a nosedive. If I think it's cool that we're getting some good movies, but at the same time, well, no, like I'm go. Here's my thoughts on Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I don't know if it was a good It was a good movie. I just don't think it was a good Star Wars movie. It was a good adventure. But when you think of Star Wars, you think of even the fucking even a shitty prequel. There was moments that like you weren't left bored. With the Last Jedi, I was actually. You haven't seen the Last Jedi, okay? You know what? I'm gonna shut my poor mouth so I won't spoil it. But yeah, I think I think movies need to. I think movies need to kind of be their own thing. Like at the moment, nostalgia is a big currency and it's what sells. And say you have an idea for. I I wouldn't say it's all bad press. I think it's very decisive press. Um, I think movies now, if you have an original idea, studios are just going to slap a name onto it. For example, the Cloverfield, the God Particle, or whatever the fuck, or the God Paradox, or Cloverfield Paradox. That wasn't originally a Cloverfield movie. They just they just slapped on a Cloverfield name. I I think while people complained that Force Awakens was too much of a repeat of the other Star Wars, it fell in the parameters of Star Wars. Yeah, like I, I'm just worried studios are going to be like, someone will come to a studio and goes, I have this really original idea. Okay, let's call it Jurassic Park 5, and build it to be around that franchise, or let's call it Alien 6, or let's call it whatever the fuck, and just they won't let it be its own thing. Mr. H reviews is awesome. If you get a chance, uh, British Tyrannosaur, check out Mr. H. I don't know if you know him already, but he's a cool reviewer. But like I'm like there isn't there isn't much in the way of like original new kind of sci-fi stuff. Do you know what? Sorry. Do you know what? He actually sounds like Colin Simon from AVP, and the kind of the kind of the backup to James Bond in the Pierce Brosnan James Bond movies. He sounds very like Colin Simon. Um, but where was I? Yeah, no, I think I think there is a lack of originality in hang on a minute. I think there is a lack of originality in ideas. Yeah, I can understand that as well. I think everyone should be entitled to their opinion, but don't overdo it and don't be trying to force it down fucking people's throats, because that's a bit of a pain in the hole. Again, like, I have my opinions on Star Wars, but I would never fault anyone for liking a movie, or I would never say outright, oh, this is shit or this is crap. If you enjoyed it, that's grand. Like, I have my problems with Alien Covenant. I know there's people out there who like it. I won't hold it against them. Fuck it, I even bought the thing for completion's sake. But I won't, I won't, like, I won't tell someone, look, if you like this, you're a dickhead, or if you don't like this, you're a fucking idiot. Look, if you like a movie, you like a movie. That's. I've had fallings out with people over that, which kind of bugs the shit out of me. I would never, and it like I know people who've like criticized stuff I've liked, like I like the Evil Dead movies, and someone's gone to me, why do you like the Evil Dead movies? They're stupid. It's like they're not trying to be anything else. They're not trying to be Shakespeare. They're the Evil Dead movies. Like you can you can you can sit down and just enjoy them. If you can sit down and enjoy a movie, if you can like, if it's fucking Tommy Wiseau's The Room, if you can get some enjoyment out of it, be it good or bad, fair play to you. It is, and I just, I think, oh, if you're over opinionated, it's like, have an opinion, don't shove it down someone's throat, and don't criticize someone for liking something. That's my thinking. If I like something and someone else doesn't like it, that's grand. Do you know what? I'm not even gonna fucking. I'm not even gonna try and push them to like it. I'm gonna say, look, this is why I like it. If you don't like it, that's cool. But I would never say to someone, look, you're stupid for liking this. Like, if you like the fucking Twilight movies, it's grand if you get enjoyment out of it. I fucking think they're rubbish, but like, you it's up. It's each to their own. That's what I say. Each to their own. Don't fucking be a dickhead and don't try and judge someone for something they like. That's just me. But yeah. Hey, have you any topics that you guys want to talk about? Because I'm just rambling on about the same stuff. I hope I'm not boring you. British Tyrannosaur, it's awesome to have you on. Rob, you're a legend. Thanks for coming on, man. But yeah, British Tyrannosaur. If you're on eBay, you can get this guy cheap as chips, and he's pretty sweet. He's pretty awesome. I would love to see you do actually a collection video if you can. Do a collection video, man, because I'd love it and I'd fucking pimp the shit out of it on my Twitter or here, because I like your stuff. Your stuff is pretty awesome. Rob, if you get a chance, check out British Tyrannosaur's channel, man. Okay, and what else? Predator 2018. Okay, Rob, do you mind talking about Predator 2018 again? Cause you know me, I'm gonna go on a rant. Is it the old? Is it? Okay. Before we go on to Predator 2018, I want to show Rob something. Rob, I actually got these in the thrifties for my housemate, and yeah, they're pretty old. If you're interested, I will take screen caps and send them to you if you ever wanted to use them for doing kind of game. There's even Oriental Adventure. So yeah, cool. So if you want me to photocopy them, or if you want me to photocopy them or screen cap them, let me know and I'll send them to you. Predator 2018. Right, where the fuck do I begin? Okay, so British Tyrannosaur, are you aware of like some of the stuff that I'm hearing about it? That like there's going to be mutated predators, like spider predators, and there's predators that use human weapons. I'm really fucking worried about this movie. At first I thought it was like, first I saw the photos on set with the guys in the tank and stuff, and I was like, oh shit. But then Shane Black came out and said, no, it's just the guys goofing around. It's the guys goofing around, but those predators are manning that tank. Those predators are manning a human tank. So here's what I've heard. Here's what I've heard. Boyd Halbrook plays a character called Quinn McKenna. Quinn McKenna has an encounter with predators. He's a government mercenary or a special ops soldier, and he is basically, because of his encounter, he's fucked into a unit for military psychos. The bus he's been transported on is pulled aside, and they're about to be killed when him and his cohorts escape. As kind of backup against the government, he sends a piece of tech. He means to put it into kind of a lockbox or something, but ends up getting delivered to his son, who is autistic. His son uses the device to call for help, which calls a bunch of newer, vicious, or more dangerous predators to suburbia. They start fucking shit up. So the agency that wanted to kill Quinn McKenna and his kind of cohorts decide, you know what, we need you to take on these predators, and they're teamed up with a bunch of what is called exiles that are kept in, I think, Area 53. They're calling the place Area 53, and the main kind of spouter of exposition and predator lore is Peter Key's son, played by actually the real life son of Gary Busey, Jake Busey. That's one thing that has me interested. So it's obviously taking Predator 2 into canon. So we find out that the exiles are kind of, they're what's considered culturally deficient. They're redneck guys. They like keeping their old kind of hunting ways, and they don't want to, they just like the simple hunt. Whereas the newer predators, are what is mainly called the upgrades, are actually killing humans, taking their spines and removing the fluid and injecting the spinal fluid into them to make themselves better hunters and warriors. What are your thoughts on this fucking bullshit? And hopefully it's not true. I don't know. Have you heard the same thing that I've heard? I really hope this is fucking bullshit. Maybe an interesting comic, but definitely not a live action movie. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Someone made a valid point to me there. If you had told me initially the plot of, but it's me having the internet. I've had it for about 3-4 years properly, so I'm constantly going on websites and stuff and listening to YouTubers. But back in 2010, when the Predator script came out, a lot of people fucking despised it because they thought it was so kind of off the wall. I enjoyed Predators. I thought it was cool, but I can see where they're coming from. But I think that outlandish elements that's in that movie works because it's on an alien planet. This is kind of, I don't know how to fucking describe it. It seems to be very I don't know, just fucking ambitious, overtly ambitious. I don't know, but it's. I really hope. I've already lost faith in the Alien franchise. I hope the Predator franchise isn't isn't totally fucked either. But you know, if it is, it is. Um, I don't know. Oh, fucking hell. I'm actually really disheartened by that now. I really hope it doesn't fucking suck. Um, I think I know the YouTuber you're talking about. I can't think of the name either. But yeah, fucking hell. Okay, okay. I'm gonna try and focus on the positive. Boyd Halbrook, I thought he was a cool character. I liked him in Narcos, and I really liked him in Logan. Like, I'm hoping the cast is good. You have Boyd Halbrook, obviously. You have Thomas Jane. Hated his Punisher movie. I like Shane Black, but I I think he's a habit of getting big projects and just going fuck you, just to piss off the fucking studio. It's the same with Iron Man 3. I liked elements of Iron Man 3, but I definitely think he was, instead of making a movie, he was trying to make a statement by going, yeah, you want this big superhero movie, I'm going to make this fucking weird kind of movie. I like his action movies. I think he's definitely a creature of the 90s. Like, he done fantastic work with Lethal Weapon. I think he done The Long Kiss and Goodnight. Loved Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. A wee bit pretentious, but I loved it. Nice Guys, thought The Nice Guys was okay as well. But I definitely think he does buddy cop kind of stuff his best. The recent Predator series are just modern movies in general. No, Shane Black, he's an alright guy. I can see why you wouldn't like him, British Tyrannosaur, because he is, there is certain kind of like, he's niche. He's a very niche kind of guy. I don't think he would be for everyone. The other thing that has me worried is, and I like the writer. Fred Decker is doing the script. Now, I love Monster Squad, and I love Night of the Creeps. RoboCop 3, this is the man that made RoboCop 3. Now, maybe you can't really blame Decker for what happened with RoboCop 3. They were definitely trying to aim for a younger audience. But I just, his track record, I'm not too enthused by, you know. But yeah, no, I'm hoping it's not bad. Okay, here's a weird one, and I know I'm gonna get fucking, I know you're gonna, if someone went back and done a kind of reboot of the Alien versus Predator movies set in the Alien timeline, and kind of had it as a hard R, but not like fucking the fucking slaughterhouse that was AVPR, would you watch it, or would you be like, nah, done? Would you watch a kind of rebooted AVP movie? Or do you think that boat is long sailed? Yeah, if it had like Michiko Nagachi, and it had the colony, and it had Rushi, definitely, I would like to see that. Would a studio fork out that much for it though? Because you could do a franchise. You could do, like, I could see Alien vs Predator movies being made because everyone wants their fucking cinematic universe now. Marvel want it, DC want it, fucking Universal monster movies want it. Well, they wanted it, but it's, yes, I would like to see it actually as a TV series, like in the vein of Battlestar. Here's how I picture it, right? Constantoga class troop carrier is attacked by a um, like Colonial Marines. Constantoga class troop carrier is is tra- is attacked by a Yacha, fucking Yacha ship. Both of them enter into a kind of a ship, a kind of space battle, and the Yacha kind of base the Constantoga class ship to following them to a particular destination. Both ships are damaged. Both the Predator scout ship and kind of drop pods escape, and you have Marines escape in their dropship and a couple of EVs, and both groups are stranded on a like the Preserve planet, the game Preserve planet in Predator, but it's loaded with xenomorphs. I would think that like Battlestar, so you would have like characters trying to survive. No, I get that, but if maybe the commander was like fuck it, and he's like he tells his crew to leave, and he just rolls the Constantoga class ship into the side of the Yacha ship. I think that would work. British Tyrannosaur, I can see what you're saying because everyone has their idea on what would be a perfect kind of AVP movie, and you wouldn't be able to please everyone. You're right. There'd be you'd end up pissing off or irritating someone. Yeah, he'd ram. He's suicide ram. He'd scuttle his own ship to take out the Yacha ship. You could even have it that he scuttles his own ship to give the drop. Like the drop ships are escaping, the Predator ship starts firing on the drop ships. So your man just fucking plows the Constantoga class troop carrier into the side of that ship. But like, you know. Yeah, there would I'd love to see Do you know what I'd love to see actually? Um a prequel to Predators. You basically it's kind of the same thing, but you would have like okay, we'd say circa 1800. So you'd have a samurai from Edo era Japan. You'd have a Confederate soldier from a Confederate Union soldier from the Civil War. You'd have maybe a Cossack. You'd have a couple of like characters from different parts of the world in kind of circa 1820 or 1860 or something like that. Yes, yeah, you could have like Navajo warriors, or you could have Mongol warriors, or you could have something. You basically have predators, but like have something, have kind of like characters from 1800s, or even further back. Fucking bunch of Vikings and a bunch of fucking Norman Crusaders on a game preserve. Actually, have you checked out Predator Dark Age yet? It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool fan film. Yeah, the Romans and the Celts would be cool. What do you think, British Tyrannosaur? Do you think that my idea for the kind of having a historical bunch of characters is kind of tacky, or would you have liked to see what happened to Royce and Isabel? I got the Predator's tie-in comic, and the fucking follow-up story is atrocious. Essentially, they send a Goro like Predator down. It's like the fucking action figure that Kenner never released. There's this four-armed Predator down to take on Royce, and they give him his own kind of armor and stuff. And just pure fucking cheese. But I'd like to see what happened to Royce as well. But I liked Adrian Brody in Predators. I thought it was cool. I especially liked the bit where he used fire to camouflage himself. Mm, like that's the thing with fandom. Like I still am, but I used to be a lot worse. Where I didn't like something, I fucking ranted and raged about it. I think they are keeping it canon because from from what I someone told me, actually a number of sources told me that the Predator is set in between uh set in between fucking uh Predator 2 and Predators. It's not actually a current film. Now maybe I'm wrong, maybe I picked it up wrong, but that seems to be the case. That it's set in between those two movies, so it doesn't automatically knock Predators out of canon. Like I know kind of a lot of people had issues with Predators. I thought it was an awesome movie. They're bringing back the hounds apparently for this one, but they're bringing back Predator hounds, but they're not going to be the same creatures that were in Predators. They're going to be some other kind of dog. Yeah, I did. It'd be interesting to see how what the fuck Nolan had to do. Also, I was a bit confused that Nolan had been there for what did he say? How many seasons had Nolan said he was there? And every season they drop. My friend made fun of this. Every season they drop new prey. So the guys get dropped, and the guys get dropped at the start of the movie, and then fucking more creatures are dropped as yeah, 7. So Nolan says he's there for 7 seasons, right? And at the start of the movie, Royce and Isabel and Hanzo and that weird kind of the river ghost creature are dropped, and then at the end of the movie, there's more creatures dropped. So is it like, what's a fucking season on that planet? Had Nolan only been there for like 2 days or something? But no, obviously he hadn't, because he was in the comic. I think it says he was a pilot or a door gunner in the first Iraqi war, and yeah. So obviously that's that isn't kind of like the way to judge a season, but I loved his character. Who are you? I'm the one that you. What is it? I'm the one you. I'm the one who got away. The one you don't fuck with. I love that line. He's so brilliant in that movie. Um, I definitely think that the berserkers, the black the the super predators were bad bloods, because Nolan charges at one with a blade, and he uses his plasma caster straight outright, and then when Stans when Stans is celebrating when the tracker gets killed, fucking the big berserker, the big jaw berserker, shoots him in the back. So yeah, that's definitely a bad blood kind of move. I wouldn't ever fucking associate that with an honorable predator. So yeah, they're definitely bad bloods. If you get a chance, read Predator Bad Blood. It's pretty cool. Bill Dib, do you remember Bill Duke in Commando? This green beret's going to kick your ass. I eat green berets for breakfast. Gal, what are you doing? Come on, I'm here. Come on, do it. Ah! Can't do an Arnie voice. I used to be able to do an Arnie voice. Oh yeah, I remember he was in that. He was also in Red Dragon. What what was it? I'm trying to think. The the cabinet minister. What was he lying about the cabinet minister? That cabinet minister's American. I'm a goddamn Chinaman. I love some of those lines in that movie. Dick, if you want to kind of get into that, I'd say if you can fork it out, or if you've a good comic down site to download comics, I would check out a comic called Predator, Pray to the Heavens, and AVP, Three World War, which has the futuristic version of the Bad Blood Predators, the Super Predators, because it does go into them a lot more, and they're obviously they do share a lot of traits with the ones in the movie. The ones in the comic have kind of a black grey feature. They have red dreadlocks, and they are very dishonourable, and they seem to have mastered domesticating xenomorph. They have captured a queen, and they're able to intercept the pheromone signal. They're able to intercept the pheromone signal, and as a result, they can control xenomorphs. So if you get a chance, definitely check out those two comics. You need to read Pray to the Heavens first, and then you read Three World War. You might be at a disadvantage because Three World War is the end of kind of Michiko Nagachi's arc in the AVP universe. But I highly recommend it because it is a good book. I have it, and I think I've done a review on it. It depends what's domesticating them. I think it would be believable to see predators domesticate a xenomorph because they have alien technology. They've been bombing around the xenomorphs a lot more than humans. Humans, the only time I've ever seen it, the only time ever, in the screen. I don't think it'd work on the screen. The only time I have seen it work is in a comic, a Dark Horse comic called Aliens Labyrinth, and it's a pretty fucked up story about this guy called Paul Church, who is a scientist whose family is slaughtered by xenomorphs, and the hive he's taken to is dying from a disease. So they're too weak to kill him outright. So he just spends his time documenting everything about like aliens and how he understands them and how they work. Like, for example, he was able to move through the hive because he wasn't perceived as a threat. Yeah, that he's a great character. No, definitely do check it out because it is one of the best fucking alien comics out there. And the art is done by an Irishman by the name of Killian Plunkett, so you can't go wrong with that. I think as far as portraying xenomorphs being domesticated, we kind of got that in Alien Resurrection. That was in the novel, and it's slightly viewed upon in the comic. Basically, his mother has her has her arms and legs torn off, and the xenomorphs use their acid blood and their saliva to stop her bleeding out. So they've run out of hosts. All the hosts have become infected because the facehuggers are infected. They facehug the human, and the chestburster dies inside, killing the human host. So they're trying to make more hosts. So they try and force Church to fuck his own mother in order to produce more hosts, and he ends up strangling her to put her out of her misery, and then they knock him out and try and infect him with their last facehugger. It doesn't work. The chestburster dies in his stomach, but it starts It is fucking gross. If you're going to make this into a movie, if you're going to direct this into an alien movie, you need David Cronenberg to fucking direct it. Church has to perform surgery on himself to remove the decaying chest burster before it breaks down and bleeds acid all over his internal organs. But yeah, it's an awesome comic. British Tyrannosaurus. Would you read any of the Dark Horse Aliens comics? I highly recommend them, man. Or Predator comics, even. As I said, I recommend Prey to the Heavens and Tree World War. Also, I got a new one there recently called The Hunters, Predator the Hunters, which is pretty interesting. And it actually has a team up between, I think, 3 or 4 characters. Mandy, not you. 3 or 4 characters from prior Predator comics. It all come together to hunt down a bunch of predators on an island. It's pretty cool. Guys, I am going to say adios because I'm starting to drift and I have to check in, make sure my missus is home from work okay. It's been awesome talking to you. Rob, you're a legend. British Tyrannosaur, thanks a million for fucking coming on this live stream. You're awesome. And if anyone is watching this live stream later on, check out British Tyrannosaur's channel. British Tyrannosaur, if you want to leave a link in a comment form below, leave it in the comment form below and I'll pass it on, okay? So, guys, good night. Take care. We definitely should do it again, man. Take care. Look after yourself. Here. British Tyrannosaur, make sure you leave a link to your channel below, dude, okay? So, take care, guys. Bye now.